Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Whether you're a new or returning member, thanks for joining me here where we cover gaming news, updates, tips, and I share my thoughts on games like Battlefield 6, Call of Duty, Ark Raiders, and many more. Stick around for insights from one gamer to another. If you like the content, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Let's jump into the video. In my previous Battlefield 6 class video, I covered Assault, the frontline breacher that disrupts enemy defenses and carves a path through the battlefield for his teammates. Today we're going to give an overview of the Engineer class. This class is designed for players who want to focus on vehicle support and destruction. With the help of a few good engineers, a team can maintain momentum during final offensive pushes or defensive last stands. You'll be keeping your team's vehicles operational while risking everything to try and take out enemy armor to give your team the upper hand. The core role of the engineer is to serve as the squad's vehicle specialist and anti-vehicle expert, emphasizing on repairs, resupplying, and takedowns of enemy armor. The engineer is suited for players who like a more balanced tactical approach, who can pilot vehicles and want to jump out quickly to repair their own vehicle, or they want to play the support role and be a gunner and be able to repair the vehicle on the fly while their main tank operator or vehicle operator continues to fight. The engineer is especially strong in game modes like Breakthrough, where controlling armor can shift the tide of the battle. Now that we have a general overview of the engineer class, let's dive into their signature traits, weapon proficiencies, and gadgets. For the engineer's signature trait, I've been seeing two names from Flak Jacket or Mechanized Infantry, but I think the overall purpose of the signature trait in engineer is that it reduces damage from explosives. So that's going to be a big help when you're repairing tanks and you have rockets and shit coming at you. You're going to be able to survive a little bit better in those explosive moments while repairing your friendly vehicles. For the weapon proficiency, you have SMG proficiency as an engineer, so this is going to boost your hipfire accuracy when you have your SMGs equipped. If you're playing open playlist, if you're playing the closed, you're already locked to SMGs. I think this would be good in situations like if recon class is running up with C4 and you see it coming while you're repairing, you can just switch to your SMG quick and fire from the hip, and you don't have to aim down sight. And then finally, the signature gadget for the engineer, of course, is the repair tool, which is going to be, like in previous battlefields, you'd have to choose between the repair tool and other gadgets, but now it's your signature gadget, so you have it all the time with you. You can use it to repair your friendly vehicles or destroy enemy vehicles, and I think you can also repair your friendly barricades, so I think support has a cover they can put down. Engineers can repair that cover. As with every other class in Battlefield, you have two training paths that give you kind of different perks in-game when you gain experience and do things that benefit the team. So first you have the combat engineer path. These guys are going to be experts in maintaining combat equipment and keeping your vehicles up in tip-top shape and keeping them on the battlefield. That is the goal of the combat engineer. The passives that you gain in-game while playing as a combat engineer, you're going to have thermal overdrive, which is going to be on both paths. Once you get to this thermal overdrive, you can activate it manually, and basically it's your repair tool fixes with 50% greater efficiency for 10 seconds. And then you have vehicle regeneration, which is occupy a vehicle to start regenerating its health, and this will activate if above its critical damage state. Okay, that's pretty cool. So you just got to be in it and the vehicle starts repairing. That's very helpful. You have overheat control. Heat buildup on gadgets and vehicle weapons is 50% slower, so that's going to be amazing if you're running a machine gun. You don't have to worry about it getting overheated so quickly. You can lay down sustained cover fire for your team. And then the first one in the combat engineer that you will get through experience and playing with your team is gadget fortification. Repairing a friendly gadget permanently increases its maximum health. That's pretty cool. So if you have your support class dropping cover down, if you repair that cover, it now gets boosted health than what it was before. Now we're moving on to the second path, anti-armor. These guys are specialists in combating enemy armor, operating launchers efficiently, and utilizing extra ammo to eliminate ground and air threats. So again, we have the thermal overdrive, as that is the top level trait for both paths. For anti-armor, you have devastating impact. Damaging enemy vehicles reduces their repair effectiveness for 50% for 10 seconds. And then you have launcher proficiency, which is 15% faster reload times for launchers. Honestly, I think anti-armor is going to be, I mean, I guess it depends what type of playstyle, but for me, I think anti-armor would be my choice because I want to be out there trying to take out their tanks and things like that because that changes the game. That changes the flow of battle, right? You have 15% faster reload time for launchers, and then now you have extra rockets as well, so increased amount of rockets can be carried by 2. Man, anti-armor sounds pretty nice. I think this is the one I'll be playing when I play engineer. Support is my class at heart though. Alright, moving on to the next, we're going to get into some of the gadgets. So the first gadget we're going to take a look at is the MBT Law Auto-Guided Launcher. An anti-tank missile system. Aim at the target and fire. The missile will guide itself to the enemy vehicle and execute a top-down attack. I believe I just saw that this is the default for the engineer class. The next gadget is an anti-air defense launcher, the SLM-93A Spire. A man-portable air defense system designed to target enemy aircraft, requires lock-on before launch, after which missile will guide itself to the target unless intercepted by countermeasures, capable of faster and longer range lock-ons for ground and air targets. Oh, ground and air targets that have been marked with a laser designator or tracer dart. Okay, so is that the only way this can fire? Just longer ranges with the designator and the tracer dart. Okay, that makes sense. Up next, we have the RPG, the Unguided Rocket Launcher, RPG-7V2. A launcher that fires impact-triggered unguided rockets, delivers effective damage against structures and vehicles, inflicts greater damage on the sides, top, and rear of vehicles where the armor is thinner. You know, the classic RPG. Everybody knows what this guy is. Usually my go-to, but the MBT Law is sounding pretty damn good. And the fact that it's the default one, the first one that you get, it's pretty good. The next gadget in line is the MAS 148 Glaive, a long-range anti-vehicle missile system. Requires lock-on before launch, after which the missile will engage automatic self-guidance, capable of faster and longer lock-ons when it's marked with a laser designator or tracer dart. A designator. Learn how to speak. Jesus, it's late tonight. It's 11:30. Gotta get to bed soon. Next we have the M136AT, which is the aim guided. This is the one where you have to shoot and continue looking at your target, I believe. Let's read it. An anti-tank vehicle launcher that allows the user to guide the missile to the target via the weapon's crosshairs. Inflicts greater damage on the sides, top, and rear. This one's pretty good, but you gotta keep your eyes painted on the target, which can be a little bit dangerous. It's not like a shoot and forget. It's a shoot and you gotta stick with it. Beneficial if you're behind enemy armor and they don't really know you're there, but after the first one they're gonna know you're there, and then shooting them again will be tough, especially if they have a gunner. Don't really usually like this one, but can come in handy. I much prefer the Law or the RPG, to be honest. Next on the list is the Supply Crate. I think this is a new one. I do not recall this being in any other Battlefield, so correct me if I'm wrong. The Vehicle Supply Crate, a pallet that resupplies ammunition and speeds up equipment cooldowns for nearby friendly vehicles. For some reason I read somewhere, because in one of my previous videos I said the Supply Crate repairs vehicles as well, and I was concerned about that, but here it's only showing that it supplies ammunition and speeds up equipment cooldowns. I think that's good. The repairing thing would have been a little much, but if you have like an engineer inside with combat engineer perk who's just repairing it from the inside, then you have another engineer outside dropping these off, repairing it, plus guys with torches. I think that would be a little much. It'll be like an indestructible tank almost. And next in line is the anti-vehicle mine, the M15. Pretty straightforward. Put it down, somebody drives over it, kaboom. It's been in every other Battlefield game. Everybody knows what that is. This one is pretty new. It was very interesting. I think it was in the beta or some videos or something. With the acoustic sensor AV mine, the PTKM-1R. The anti-vehicle mine that locates targets in the immediate area via audio sensors. Once triggered, it launches an explosive payload and performs a top-down attack to strike vehicles where they're less protected. This shit looks fucking sick. They had one in the live action trailer. I can't wait to use these. Yeah, it was in the beta. I'm pretty sure I used them in the beta. They're pretty freaking awesome. I enjoy these a lot. They just look really cool. And next up, we have the classic from Battlefield 4, the EOD bot. remember using this thing. This thing was absolutely awesome. So it's a remote controlled robot, various capabilities. In this, I can't remember if you were able to arm and disarm MCOM stations in Battlefield 4. Let me know in the comments below if you were. So you can repair vehicles, arm and disarm MCOMs, remote MCOM explosive arming. Oh wow. Remote arming of an MCOM station where the bot will self-destruct on completion of task, launching cluster munitions to clear the area of enemy gadgets, and placing anti-vehicle mines too. What? Yo, this shit can do a lot. So you could put your AT mines on here and send it out and drop off a mine, and you don't have to worry about placing it yourself. That's pretty cool. I'm going to be using the shit out of this thing. That's really awesome, actually. And then the SLAM, tripwire sensor AV mine, the M4A1 SLAM, an anti-vehicle mine designed for ground and off-route placement. When nearby enemy vehicles trip the device's proximity center, they are targeted high-velocity projectile. You know, I never really used these in Battlefield 4. I might try it out again. They were confusing as fuck in Battlefield 4. I didn't know if I had to put them on the vehicle, around the vehicle. But for my engineer loadout, it's definitely going to be probably one of these mines and an AA launcher, depending on what map I'm on, obviously. Lastly, we're going to take a look at the 2 unique grenades specific to the engineer class. First is the anti-vehicle grenade, the SCG-24. A grenade primarily for use against vehicles, but it will inflict damage on enemies caught in the blast. When thrown, it follows the trajectory of a typical grenade before releasing a parachute and dropping rapidly for a top attack. That sounds interesting. Has this been in a game before? Let me know down in the comments below if it has. I have no idea. And the last is the mini frag grenade, the V40. This has been in previous Battlefields. I believe it was in Battlefield 4, where it's a grenade that does less damage, but I think you can carry 3 of them, I think. A compact grenade that can be thrown further than the standard frag, but at the cost of less damage. Reduced weight means more can be carried. Yeah, I think it was around 3 you could carry, if I remember spamming those correctly. And that's it for the engineer class. Let me know what your top gadget picks are going to be in the comments down below. If you're playing the engineer class on day 1, what's your loadout going to be? Let me know. I think I'm going to go with the anti-armor RPG or the MBT law and anti-tank mine, or maybe the EOD bot. I don't know. It's going to be fun to try all of these out and see. I would love to see what your guys' loadouts are down in the comments. Leave them there. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like and a subscribe. Adios muchachos, La Sombra out.